Hi, Erin. I just wanted to record a quick video to help you fix your histogram. So the chart that you have that you submitted, your bins, which is your rows of how many states, need to be between 5,000 in width, or whatever you want to say. So you want to have um, a row for states that have between 0 and 5,000, actually 499 or 4,999 positive cases of coronavirus. Then you want your next row to be 5,000 to 9,999. Then you want your next row to be 10,000 through 14,999. You can put from 0 to 5 and 5 to 10 and 10 to 15,000 on your rows, but just know that if you have a state that has exactly 5,000 cases, that would go in the 5,000 to 10,000 category, not the 0 to 5,000. So let me show you what I mean and what that should look like. Let me go back to the example that I uploaded to the assignment. Okay, so you see here I have my rows from 0 to 5,000, 5,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, and so on. Now, when I got down to 35 to 40, this was last week, so this data that's currently on the website won't match what I have on my chart. You need to do a new chart to match what is on the website, so don't copy mine. Mine is no longer correct, but it gives you an idea of what things look like last week if we were to have done this last week. So what happened was I had to make a break here because there were no states in the United States that had between 40 and 45,000 positive cases, or 45 to 50, 55 to 60, 60 to 6, and so forth. Sorry, it gets confusing when you try to count. But I didn't have any states that had those rows. So that's why I made a break. Instead of listing all those rows where there weren't any states, I just made a break so that I could list New York and New Jersey are the states that have the most cases. So in order to show those two states, I made a break in my chart and then just listed, I think this was New Jersey, and then I had to make another break and then listed New York. The reason I made a break is if I had continued to list all those bins that were 5,000, I would have had a whole bunch of empty bins, and it would have been a lot of writing with nothing to show for it. So that's why I made a break. It just makes things a lot easier when you do that. So then let's go back and look at your histogram. Now, a couple things with your histogram. First of all, if you could, when you take your picture, take it this way so that I don't have to look at it on the screen this way. That would be helpful. So you have your title, which is really good. You've got your bins here at the bottom, which is good. Positive cases reported, so that's good. And you've got your states numbered here on the side. So histograms, one thing that sets histograms apart from bar graphs is histograms touch. And the reason for that is if you look at this first histogram, these are positive cases from 0 to 5,000. And then the next bar shows from 5,000 to 10,000. So really there's nothing between here. There's no cases, you would never have anything between 5,000 and 5,000, or technically 4,999 and 5,000. So that's why they touch, because it's a continuous string of data. So it's really important that your histogram bars touch. And let me show you my copy. See, you see that they actually share a line here. They're butted right up next to each other. The only place that that doesn't happen is if there is no states in that bin. So if I didn't have any states between 20 and 25, there would be a space here. There wouldn't be any bar. It would just be flat, and these two bars would not be touching each other. The other place you won't see them touching is if you have a break in the data. Remember when I showed you the chart that I made, there weren't any states with positive cases between 40 and 85,000. So I made a break. Rather than continue to label where the bins would be across the bottom here, just like on my frequency chart, it would just be like a lot of blank space, and my histogram would be like 3 pages wide. In order to show all those bins, I just made these 2 lines down here to show a break in the axis. I showed New Jersey's bin, and then I made another break in the axis because this would have been really long if I had numbered all those from 90 to 2,000 to 235,000. So I made another break in order to show the bin for New York. So let me show you something else really quick. Go back. Couple of my friends were making a mistake when they went to the website. They were using, when they did their chart, they did, let me get yours up here. They used the same bins that I used, but you can't do that. And it doesn't look like that you are doing that. So that's good. So they were using the same numbers on their rows that I was. And you can't do that because the information from the, whoops, wrong website, information from the CDC has changed. So they had a bin with 235 to 240,000. And there aren't any states with that many cases. Now the bin would have to be 290 to 295,000 to accommodate New York. So it doesn't look like you were doing that, which is really good. But those are the things that you need to fix with your frequency chart. You need bins of 5,000. So instead of from 0 to 100, you need to have 0 to 5,000. 5,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 15, and so on and so forth. And then with your histogram, your bins need to touch. And then I think that you should be okay. I think that doing those things will fix your mistakes that you have here, and you should be good to go. So if you have any questions, send me an email and I will try to do my best to help you.